So, morning everybody, it's Friday the 20th of March 2026. Welcome to another video. It's 20 past 8 in the morning and Freelander still. Want to get another job done on the Freelander today that I've been meaning to do for the past 2 years. So, most things I've serviced on the car. The only things that I haven't done is I haven't changed the Haldex oil. I haven't serviced the Haldex, which is what I want to do today. And I haven't changed the front and rear diff oil. A PTU at the front, diff oil at the back. Done the gearbox oil, done the engine oil, done all that. So 2 years ago, over 2 years ago, probably even nearly 3 years ago, I ordered a service kit from Bell Engineering. So we've got the Haldex oil, we've got a filter cap and an O-ring. So I just haven't got round to doing it. So let's get on with that. First thing I want to do is get the rear of the car up as high as I can get it. Now I have got ramps. I could put it on ramps, but my ramps are buried at the other end of the garage behind the Range Rover, and I'll have to move too much stuff to get them out. So we're just going to jack it up as high as we can go. So we've got jacked up at the rear as high as I can get it, and then bits of wood underneath the wheels, axle stands. I had to use my Halford's ones because they go higher than those ones. Those ones don't go high enough for how I wanted. Would run out. Those are the SGS ones. Even with my high lift jack, couldn't quite go high enough, so I just had to put a little block of wood to just get it that extra little bit. So now we can go underneath and look at what we need to do. So here's my Haldex. Well, from that point forward is the Haldex. That's the Haldex. So we need to clean round a bit. Now I'm lucky in a way in that I've not got that big a donut round, but still it could well be easier to just take the Haldex out and service it on the bench, because I'm not sure that I'm going to get that pump out there. I might, but as you can see it's never been out, so it's looking a bit crusty. So I need to clean round and have a look. Now one of the first things I need to do is make sure that the fill plug, wherever it is, that one I think is the fill plug. Yeah, that's the fill plug. Make sure that that will undo. That's the fill plug for the diff. So first job, make sure that that one will actually undo, clean up a bit. And then to remove it, there's 4 10mm head M6 bolts, I think. One there, 2 at the top. Don't want to take the ECU off, but if we're going to remove it, we'll have to disconnect the wiring to the chassis. If we're not going to disconnect it, we've got to disconnect the wiring for the motor. Well, let's get my glasses on, let's get cleaning, let's get lubing up and see what we're going to do. So the access to the filter housing at the top, up there, I can't get light on it, up there is so tight. If you take the ECU off that bit, you can get at it, but then you've got to replace the gasket, which I haven't got, which is like £25–30. So it would be better if I just take the whole thing out. So to set the whole thing out means rotating the prop, taking the prop off, undoing the mounts over there, dropping them down, dropping this down, winding it off, take the whole lot out. Don't know. As you can see, I've started cleaning up a bit. So that's a 13 for the drain plug, and it's tight. 13 spanner. You can't get a socket on it because the subframe mount is on the way, in the way. 13 in the wrong place really. That's moving. So yeah, you want to just make sure you can undo that one first before you do anything. Right, I'm not going to do anything else with that now. Now we'll work on this because I want to get it out from over there. Right. So we've cracked these two because we're going to take it off anyway. We've cracked that. Let's take them off. These are the main 4mm hex things. One there, just whether it comes out or not. So 1 bolt, 2 bolts, undo these two. I need to just go get something to do them with. I haven't got anything. So Britannica Restorations from Canada dismantling tool. So we can get that in there and give it a tap. And it's moving. Now, let's do it this way. Do you know what I've forgotten to do? Take that off. This one's probably better. There we go. That's that one. Tar. Look. And then let's do that one. There we go. That's those done. Took that one out of the way. Okay. Back to knocking that off. Will come, just tight, but of course as we do that we're going to get a drip. That'll come now, and it'll leak the oil. Now we're hitting that, that's the trouble. So it won't come out because of the collar on the prop without dismantling further. So let's have a look. Might take these little screws out here, which will allow us to take the motor off there. That's what French's whatever did on YouTube. That's probably going to be easier than taking all this off. Just got to find out what size they are. So these French's road strip it is. So these ones, they don't say which size it is, but they are T10 Torx. So there we go. We take those out, one each side. We can take the motor off, I believe, separately. I'll need to push it back in to give me room to get the motor off, probably. There's one. Tiny screws. And then other side. Let's turn the motor a bit. I have to do it with my left hand because I can't do it with my right. Up there, above the exhaust there. And then hopefully that'll give us the space to get the motor out separately to the body of the motor, to the valve body of the pump. And hopefully we can get it all out. We'll go put a glove back on next. Okay. Put that there. Little tiny kit. Right. Yeah, I might need to just pull that back in a bit to be able to get that off. Yeah. Don't know. There we go. Right, okay, might do. There's the pump out. Just draining the oil. The oil looks pretty good actually. It doesn't look too bad at all. Can you see it? It's nice and clean. So I think we're okay. Maybe it's been done before. Let all that drain. Take the drain plug out. Gauze is a bit bunged up, but not too bad at all, really. Now, there should be a copper washer here. Got a new copper washer. I'll tell you about them after. Leave that to drain. So while that's draining, let's just have a look at the motor then. And the pump. So it's not too bad. Like I say, we need to get some brake cleaner on it. We need to take the gauze off. That's not bad at all, is it? Right. So is it T10 again? Is it going to be the same? Yep. T10. So gosh, they're tight. Take the filter off. Get it off with my nail. With 2 locating pins. Let's give it all a good clean. But it's not bad. Clean it up. This gauze cleaned up, so we'll put that back on. Line up the 2 holes. I'm not disassembling the motor because all the oil was clean. Put the screws back in. Like so. Nip them down. Then when that oil's finished draining, I can put this back in. Then it's just a case of changing the filter. That's it. That's ready to go back on. I've cleaned it up as well. Just make sure there's no debris on it. Right, so while that's still dripping, I am gonna take off this to get to the filter. Hello Merlin. Do you need to go out? You want to go out? Just need to get the cat out. need to get a ratchet on that, because you can't turn it. Ratchet, 4mm Allen bit, 1/4 inch quarter drive socket with a little thumb thing on, and then that will allow me to get that off. There we go. And then this will allow access to the filter. Top one. Bottom one. That should come off. Gasket. Keep that safe. Look after that. Right, now we should be able to see the filter up there where the wire is. There. So I need to clean that next, because I haven't done that yet. So up there, to get that bolt out, my Allen key is just at the wrong angle to crack it, so I'm going to use the quarter drive. I need to put an extension on. Let's see if we can see me do it. So I've got various different length extensions here. I need longer than that one. So is it this one? It's going the right way. Yeah, that'll do it. It's cracked it. Once it's cracked, it should be okay. Right, now I should be able to undo it with my fingers, which I can. That's one, and then repeat on the other one. That's one. Repeat on the other one. Can't even see the other one. I think I've stopped it dripping, but I'm going to put the motor back in because I don't want it dripping on me while I'm trying to do that, and I've dropped my socket in the container somewhere in there. At least I think I have. Loads of bits in there anyway. They were already in there. Right, let's get the motor back in so it's not dripping. Well, my socket's not in the oil, but it is dripping, so let's get this back in. Get the bolts which are behind the light here. And this will just stop it leaking. Pull it back in, bit at a time, keep it square. Nip these down. That's okay. You could probably torque them if you wanted. Is there any point? They're not that tight anyway. Yeah, I might have to do a socket on that one, just because I'm running out of room. And again, the exhaust, and I can't get in that way. Right, now let's get these little tiny screws in. And the other one up there somewhere. Can't see. There we go. That's that. These are only finger tight on here anyway. That's that. Right, that can go back in the thing. Now I need to find my socket. So my socket was still on, I haven't dropped it. So we're getting this out. Right, that should come off now. There's my extension. There's my socket. And then there's my bit. There's the bolt. I need to tap that to get that off, I think. Right, let's get that one nipped down now. So, bolt, bit, socket, ratchet extension. That's it. Check that one. This is my older ratchet, it's not good. That's it. Okay. Clean round there. Let's keep an eye on that, make sure that don't leak. Right, we need to get the cap off next. Which is there. That's the cap for the filter. There. Cap for the filter. Right, next get the filter out. Yes, this is well known for being problematic. This is to get this bit out. They tend to be stuck. So we're going to heat up a screw, shove the screw in, try and pull it out. But before I do that, I'm going to try and clean around the top as best I can. It's just difficult to get to. You can't see much. There we go, work to treat. So just be prepared that when you do that, you get more oil leaking. So I wasn't prepared for that, so I've had a drip. So that's the cover out. That normally is part of the cap. So next we need to get the actual filter out. Here we go, got it. There we go. Got it. I'll show you how I got it out in a sec. We'll leave that to drip again. So there's the old filter, and you can see there's a hole in the middle, and all I did was I used that, just got a hook on to get in there, like forced it a little bit and then pulled, and it came out. That can go in the bin. The new one is the same, apart from it's clean, clearly. There's a bit of dirt on it, but not much. Bin, and then we'll just go clean up. We'll put the new one in. Now, I think this has been done before. I'm going to try and show you this. So if you can, I'll try and zoom into the bore of where the filter sits. I think there's a scratch on the out of it. Now, I didn't put my screw there. We'll show you. That's not me. I think somebody else has done that. Right, we'll get the filter in, get the cap back on, put it back together. So here we've got the new cap with new bolts. You can see what I mean there. My screw is nowhere near that side, so I haven't done that scratch. And then I think somebody's put some sealant around it as well. You see? There's a little bit of RTV or silicone they've put round. Maybe because they knew they'd scratched it. You see? There. See? I think we'll just go with the O-ring. We don't need that. That scratch isn't that bad. And it's still got a bit of RTV in the groove. Right, we'll get this fitted. I'm going to put clean gloves on. Right, so new filter going in. New filter in. New cap on. Bolts one at once. So the cap first. There's the cap. Line the bolts up. One. And the other side. This one's more difficult. You're in the way. Tighten the bolts up. Right, new cap on. Bolts tightened down. Need to clean up. Let's get the ECU back on first though, and then we'll clean up. Let's get it plugged in first. And then back on. Bolts. Back to this again. We're going the other way this time. That one. Allen key. It's okay. So, brake cleaner. We're pretty much done here, apart from putting oil in. Yep, there's the hole. Right, need to go and get the oil. Metal washer, drain plug, copper washer, copper crush washer. One of them from Land Rover, £8. It's a 24 by 18 by 1.5mm crush washer. Bought these from Amazon, pack of 30, £6.99. It's better. And then I bought myself a new pump for pumping the oil in. So I need to get that out. And then that's the Haldex oil that I bought from, where did I buy that from? Bell Engineering. So we'll get that in there and we'll start pumping and get it in. There we go, some new copper crush washer. Now compared to the old one, the same. That slops around as well, so we're good on that. Plenty of them. Let's open my new thing. So this will do for pumping oil into the diffs on the Discovery and everything as well. So it's just a pump thing. Right, let's get it set up. Pour the oil in. Then we have to pump it till it's full. Run it for 5 minutes, take out 70, or is it 120, whichever it is anyway. Take out a bit. Like that. Anyway, you get the idea, we'll be a while. I wasn't here that long. I cheated. Airline. There's a hole in the top. Put the airline in there on about 20 psi. Blew it all in. Did it in about 2 blasts and then just topped it up. So it didn't take me long. Right, let's start the car next. Give that a bit of a squirt with brake cleaner as well. This lot's done, so we're going to get this back in the container. You can see, got a bit left. Because of how I've got the door, the garage, no, because of the car's jacked up so much, I can't open the garage door properly, can you see? So we'll get in, we'll start it, we'll run for 5 minutes. Put the window down. Right, just leave it to run for 5 minutes. 11:14. 11:15. Still getting fumes in. Right, that I bought off Amazon as well. Wasn't much. Nielsen. One litre multi-purpose pump. Right, check it in a bit when I've done 5 minutes. Right, that's been 5 minutes. I'm not even drunk my coffee. Just turn it off. Put the key out. Check it. Right, I need to figure out how much we've got to take out. I just have to go check. So now it's been running for 5 minutes. The instructions are undo the fill blung again, top it up until it's just running out, a trickle, remove 70 millilitres. I've put my thing away, haven't I? So there's no leaks on the bottom of the pump, so that's good. So just have to remove the bung. Check. Let's undo it. more in until it just comes out. There we go, right, so that's that coming out now. So now we've got to remove 70 millilitres. So that's my 70 millilitres took out. I'll show you, I've done it in a bit. Put the bung back in, nip it down, clean up, and we're done pretty much, apart from taking it off the jack. Now, you should torque it, but I'm not going to get a torque wrench on that. So, it was tight, so that's it. There we are. Right. Bit of brake cleaner in a minute. Now, I did measure it in a jug, but I knocked it over. So, extraction suction thing from Clark that I've had for a very long time, and the same hose, 3 lots of the length of the pipe. Each length of the pipe was about 25 mil. 3 of them done. You don't get old containers like that anymore. Well, that's how long I've had that, a very long time. So there we go, that's Haldex oil changed, filter changed. I've still got it on the jack. The diff oil has been posted today, so there is a chance it might turn up tomorrow. So, do I leave it on the jacks, jacked up at the rear? I probably do, although I probably need it a bit lower for that because I don't need to do as much fiddling. I think I'll adjust it. So let's take it off the jacks. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.